Today on the Blackstone griddle, we are having a T-bone steak and some crispy hash browns. I'm going to show you how we're going to put all this together. Went to Myrtle Beach this past weekend, and I'm telling you, there was nothing open on Thanksgiving weekend, on Thanksgiving Day, except a Waffle House and a couple of restaurants. That's where I ended up, at the Waffle House. And I'm going to tell you what, some guy ordered a steak, and he came out, and the plate went by, and had crispy hash browns on it. It looked awesome, and I thought, hey, we should do this on the Blackstone. So let's get to it. All right, let's get started. First of all, I've got a T-bone steak, pretty good sized T-bone steak. So let's go ahead and season this up right quick. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of salt. And then we got some garlic powder I'm going to put on this. And some black pepper. Okay, now let's flip it over. We're going to do the same thing. A little bit of salt, garlic powder, and some black pepper. Okay, it's ready to go on the griddle. The griddle is on low for the steaks. Now I've got it set up high for the hash browns, and we'll get to that in a second. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put butter down instead of oil, and I think it's going to give it a great crisp, and yet it's going to be great. So let's go ahead and just set this baby right on here. Okay, I got it on low. Don't want to cook it too fast. Want to make sure it gets done on the inside, and we'll check on that in a few minutes. Go ahead and got that going. So now let's get to the hash browns. Okay, I'm getting ready to put the hash browns on, and these are frozen hash browns from Walmart. So I'm going to use some clarified butter and go ahead and put that on the griddle. You can see that right now. The griddle is hot, and you want a hot griddle when you're putting down the hash browns. You don't want a cold griddle. All right, we'll move these out a little bit. Straighten them up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to let these cook. We don't want to be stirring them around or flipping them over. We're going to have crispy hash browns, just like I've seen at the Waffle House. Okay, let's check first of all for the steak. See how it's doing here. Yeah, I believe it's ready to flip over. All right, we got that flipped over. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to cover it with that. Okay, now on the hash browns, this is important if you want crispy hash browns. You got to, man alive, blooper, spider, he gone. Okay, so the hash browns have to be kept moist. So I'm going to put a little bit more clarified butter on top. They have to be kept moist. You can't touch them yet until you think they're about ready. They'll flip over. Okay, we're going to go ahead now and add some salt to it. And then I'm going to add some, let's see, some roasted garlic and bell pepper seasoning. And I'm just going to use this a smidgen. And that'll give it a little bit of flavor. There you go. Man, that smells good. All right, so that's not ready yet. The steak's cooking. Okay, when you start seeing it brown around the edges and a little bit in the middle, then we're going to flip it over. And then I'm telling you, but I think you just want to just touch it and flip it and make sure it's doing great. But it is, I guarantee you that. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. Let's check on the steak. Man, it's smelling great. I'm going to add some clarified butter to the top, around the edges, and let it steam up just for a few minutes. Let's check the temperature right quick. I like mine medium well. Right now it's at 114, so let's let that cook a little bit longer. The hash browns are almost ready to flip over. Okay, let's go for the hash browns here. I'm going to cut it in half. See what we got. Oh man, they're looking great. I can tell you right now they're crispy. Oh man, Crispy hash browns. Now, a lot of times the frozen hash browns will break up a little bit. You can do fresh. They tend to stay together a little bit better. I watched a video this past week from the Hungry Hussy. He did 3 types of hash browns, and you need to go to his site and see how he did it and how he put it all together. And he had a vote on which one was the best. I think he had the frozen, the fresh, and some dry, freeze dried or something like that. I'm telling you, check his site out. He's been my inspiration. Hungry Hussy, don't forget that site. Okay, hash browns looking done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. And let's go ahead and check on the steaks. The steak. All right, I'm gonna pull the cover off. Man, it's looking great. Man, it looks good. Check temperature. Ready to dig into this. All right, so we're looking at anywhere from 145 to 160, and it's done. It can be medium, medium well. And let's go ahead and turn the burners off, and let's plate up. Let's plate these steaks up. This steak up. I keep saying steaks, but I guess it's because it's so big. Check that out. That T-bone steak right there. All right, let's get us some hash browns on. Man, these look great. T-bone steak, hash browns. You know, when I went to Waffle House, I was looking at their stuff, looking at them cook, watching them cook on the flat top. They cook their steak, the hash browns, and all that on the flat top. Awesome. But I'm telling you right now, this Blackstone griddle, it'll make a mean steak and some great hash browns. All right, let's get ready to dig into this. All right, let's try this. Man, I can see the juices out of the steak. Man, that clarified butter on it. It's a good steak. Let's check out the hash browns. Hash browns got a good flavor. They're crispy. It tastes like, if you had hash browns from Waffle House, it tastes just like, man, it's good. Great. Thanks for watching. I tell you, go enjoy yourself a steak and some hash browns on the Blackstone griddle. You're going to have a great eats tonight. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. Have a great evening.